Welcome to the 700 Club. They are taking a stand for Israel. Instead of boycotting the Jewish state, they vowed to bless it.
Who are these people and what are they doing to shore up Israel's security and economy? Chris Mitchell has the answers.
Israeli and Jewish leaders warn that the boycott, divestment, sanctions movement against Israel uses anti-Semitic tools like demonization and double standards to lay the groundwork for a world without Israel. Now Christian business people are confronting this threat with a principle from the Bible. They came to bless Israel and in turn be blessed themselves at the Arise Summit 2019. The conference provides business opportunities between Israelis and Christians. By working with Israel, these business people are also taking a proactive stand against the BDS movement.
Let's be strategic. Let's not invest a lot of time and energy fighting this with legal and legislative means. Let's just do more business.
Caleb Myers began and leads the alliance to reinforce Israel's security and economy.
Our largest delegation this year is from Sweden, which I think is fantastic because there's a growing BDS campaign in Sweden, a campaign to boycott and isolate Israel. So the fact the evangelical Christian business community there stood up and said, we're going to do the opposite. They might want to boycott Israel. We're going to come to bless Israel.
Sweden's Jan Sturveson is chairman of the International Christian Chambers of Commerce. He's been building bridges with Israel for years.
We need a new perspective of what is Israel, the leading hub of innovation, industrial development, knowledge creation, etc., and entrepreneurship. So how do we tap into that hub?
Some 300 matchmaking meetings took place.
We have here between 300 and 400 international business people from over 40 nations who have come here to connect to what they consider to be a miracle of biblical proportions. We're really tackling some of the greatest crises around the world, and so we've invited them in order to connect with Israeli businesses, meet face to face, and create those connections and transactions that'll help bring Israeli innovation to the world.
We are looking to partner with Israel because they have solutions that we need.
I'm excited to understand that there is a divine calling in doing business in Israel.
Myers sees business as the future for Israeli-Christian relations because it forms stronger ties and gives the opportunity for mutual blessings.
It's a blessing that anybody who wants to be blessed connects to Israel. People here are actually, with their businesses, becoming a flame in the menorah of God.
And while the BDS movement hopes to overthrow Israel by crushing its economy, Christian business people are standing in the gap for the Jewish state. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Curious thing is this actually helps the Palestinians when you can provide employment there, particularly on the West Bank. What a wonderful thing to do. And to have Jews and Palestinians working together in the same company, that will absolutely lead to peace. So congratulations for everyone involved. In other news, will more U.S. troops be sent to the Middle East? And if so, why? John Jessup has the answers from our CBN News Bureau in Washington. John?
Thanks, Gordon. The Pentagon would send the troops to discourage any more aggression by Iran throughout the Middle East. Military officials said they could send 5,000 to 7,000 more troops, but no official decision has been made yet. The discussion comes as the Trump administration increased the death toll from the recent protests across the country by Iranian security forces.
It appears the regime could have murdered over 1,000 Iranian citizens since the protests began. We cannot be certain because the regime blocks information. Among those murdered are at least a dozen children, including 13 and 14-year-olds.
Hook says the United States has received more than 32,000 responses from inside Iran after Secretary of State Mike Pompeo asked for videos and other evidence of government repression. Well, back here in Washington, Democrats are steamrolling ahead with their push to impeach President Trump. But as Jennifer Wishon reports, at least one Democrat is warning his party they're making a big mistake.
For just the fourth time in history, the House is moving to draw up articles of impeachment against a president. Speaker Nancy Pelosi making the announcement in a televised speech.
Sadly, but with confidence and humility.
Saying the president leaves us no choice, arguing democracy is at stake. And with a clear majority of Democrats in the House, it's expected to pass.
Are you worried, sir, about the stain that impeachment might have on your legacy?
It's a big fat hoax.
The president tweeted, "If you're going to impeach me, do it now, fast, so we can have a fair trial in the Senate. We will have Schiff, the Bidens, Pelosi, and many more testify."
It's a bad day for the country. I think this whole thing is a joke.
Senator Graham, who chairs the Senate Judiciary Committee, also tweeted, "Salem witches got better deals than this." Pelosi said earlier this year impeachment had to be bipartisan, but all Republicans are united against it.
We'll probably see that it's only bipartisan in being opposed. That is to say, I think we'll see some Democrats vote no.
Already, Democratic Congressman Jeff Van Drew says he plans to vote against all articles of impeachment. Van Drew represents a district in New Jersey that voted for the president in 2016. Meanwhile, in her weekly news conference, a typically poised Pelosi got riled when journalist James Rosen asked if she hates the president. Pointing her finger, Pelosi cited her Catholic faith.
I don't hate anyone. I was raised in a way that is a heart full of love, and always prayed for the president. And I still pray for the president. I pray for the president all the time. So don't mess with me when it comes to words like that.
In a Senate impeachment trial, Republicans will likely call House Intelligence Chairman Adam Schiff as a witness. Hunter Biden's ties to Ukraine will also be under the microscope. On the campaign trail in Iowa, Joe Biden engaged in a heated exchange with a voter who suggested he helped his son get a sweetheart gig on the board of a Ukrainian company in exchange for access to President Obama. Biden called him a liar.
No one has ever said that. No one has proved that.
On Monday, the House Judiciary Committee will hear a report outlining findings against the president. The full House expects to vote on impeachment possibly right before Christmas, setting up a January trial in the Senate. And the big question, will this public show end up hurting moderate Democrats in the long run? Jennifer Wishon, CBN News, Washington.
Thank you, Jennifer. Well, President Trump took time away from politics Thursday to light the national Christmas tree with his wife, First Lady Melania Trump.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's great.
The 30-foot tree is decorated with 50,000 lights and 450 white giant star ornaments. Well, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, especially at the CBN campus, where we deck the halls with tinsel, tons of light, and the area's most spectacular Christmas tree. Ashley Key was on hand for the opening of our second annual Christmas Village.
Christmas is here. Hi everyone, I'm Ashley Key with the Christian Broadcasting Network, and I'm here in a winter wonderland, a charming German-style Christmas village with fun for the whole family right here on the CBN and Regent University campus. Your Christmas Village experience begins with our breathtaking 40-foot evergreens sparkling with over 25,000 lights and ornaments. Laughter ripples through the air as kids of all ages enjoy the village's festive rides and attractions. What's your favorite part about the village?
Just seeing the decorations and seeing everything that's going on. It's kind of festive and gets you in the spirit.
The hot apple cider, because it's cold. Yeah. And the music. The music was nice in the chapel.
I just like the Christmas atmosphere and all of the different lights and just the people. They seem to be having a great time, so it's wonderful.
I'm here at my personal favorite spot out of all of CBN's Christmas Village, Santa's Cottage, complete with elves and Mrs. Claus.
Okay, so what did you ask Santa for Christmas?
Batmobile that transforms into a robot.
A Batmobile that transforms into a robot? That's awesome.
And you wanted a scooter.
A scooter? Oh my goodness.
Warm up with some hot cider and chat with Operation Blessing volunteers. Visit local artisans selling one-of-a-kind Christmas gifts, and even swing by our CBN Superbook tent to watch an exclusive new Christmas episode. And what Christmas celebration is complete without remembering the real reason why we celebrate Christmas, the birth of our Savior, the hope of the world, Jesus Christ.
In the season of hustle and bustle, I think this really kind of narrows it down to bring it back to why we celebrate and why it all really matters and brings us all together.
Yeah, it's just a wonderful reminder of why we're all here, Christmas, what it's all about, and it's just wonderful to get to see it acted out.
Because it's all about Jesus.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
You agree?
This is really a really nice way of bringing people together, just having fun, and I like that.
This is awesome. This is like a Hallmark movie brought to real life.
Oh my God.
Merry Christmas!
From our CBN and Regis University family to yours, a very blessed and Merry Christmas!
Just beautiful. And Gordon, I think Ashley got the best CBN assignment of the year.
She's got a plum assignment, but she did a great job with it. If you're in the 757 area code or even the 804 area code, stop by our Christmas Village. It's free. Let me underline F-R-E-E. The rides are free. It's open to the public. Anyone can come. And even the apple cider, if you go over to visit Operation Blessing, even the apple cider is free. Well, last year's celebration was voted the best event in the area, and this year we have rides, attractions, and fun for the whole family. It will be open from 6 to 9 p.m. tonight, and then on Saturday from noon all the way to 9 p.m. And then we'll repeat it Thursday, Friday, Saturday next weekend. Tomorrow, we're going to have a special event to honor the men and women of our military. For directions and a detailed schedule, all you have to do is go to cbnchristmasvillage.com. And so come out, and it's fun for the whole family.